pace truck, the Florence Speedway pace truck. Are you going to make a pick?
I'll take the 32.
You're going to take the 32 in the field. What about Cosner? What if Cosner could do it tonight?
Well, that's the thing.
I want to pick him.
And you and I were talking off there that this is an interesting lineup, right? And take nothing away from some of these guys, but it's really cool to see a Michael Chilton and a Matt Cosner and some of those guys starting up near the front of the field, man. You got a lot of good cars. We say this a lot, but in all seriousness, especially in this first feature right here, you've got a lot of really good cars scattered throughout the field. I think anything can happen.
Benji, who you got?
And taking Nick Hoffman from the third starting spot for his first ever Lucas Oil win.
There you go.
You've got Cosner, and we've got 25 laps of green flag action in the Racing for Heroes starting zone. Michael Chilton going to lead them off into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, looking for a perfect night. Overall fast qualifier to 61 cars. He won the first heat. Pierce goes to second. Battle for third into turn 3. Hoffman and Cosner. Pierce throwing it into Cincinnati. Oh, man, and Chilton still leads.
Michael Chilton, your leader at the end of lap number 1. Bobby Pierce second, Nick Hoffman third, Matt Cosner fourth. Cosner's got a good hot rod. He said it after his heat race. Matt Cosner has got himself a good car in the 66C. He's down to the inside of Nick Hoffman in a battle for third. He may not be done yet. It's still Chilton out front. Oh my, an air cleaner just came off of somebody's car.
Yeah, I don't know how long they can go without that, as we've got a Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution.
It might have been Nick Hoffman. It was really hard to tell. Someone lost the air cleaner. Yeah, there it is.
Benji, can you see on the front straightaway as it goes rolling down the track here in turn 4?
Well, the 97 still got his. The 32's got his. Nick Hoffman does not have his, and you do not want the dirt and debris getting down there inside these not very cheap motors. So definitely came off the 9 car.
Yeah, got to keep an eye on that. So a tough break for Nick Hoffman as we're only 2 laps into this race.
Cosner's racing tonight, isn't he?
Hey, Cosner looks good, man. He looks really good, yep.
He thinks he's at Bedford, right?
Yes. Yes, Matt Cosner. He got to win at Bedford earlier this year, back in April.
So 2 laps in the books, Dustin, 23 to go. And we'll see what, as you saw the battle here, and for here's third, there, where it goes right there.
Right there, yeah.
Yep.
Flew back into the decking of the race car and flew off the race car.
So Chilton will be out in front. How about that slider by Pierce on the first lap, and Chilton got it back.
He drove it up to the Florence Mall, y'all, before he drove back down underneath of him. So Chilton, Pierce, Hoffman, Cosner, Gustin, your top 5. We've got 2 scored, 23 to go, and we have officials make their way back to the infield, and we'll see this field get lined back up in the Delaware double file restart. Chilton will be by himself out front. The rest of the field will stagger accordingly, with the second place driver getting his choice of inside or outside lane. And there, yep, pulling maybe a small piece of debris.
I guess he's going to continue on in that Ty Torek number 9. Current World of Outlaws Late Model Series Rookie of the Year contender. About has that wrapped up. And right now running in third. So it's Cosner fourth, Gustin, Smith, Alberson, Erb, Rice, and then Hitchcock runs in 10th. And so Hoffman and Pierce are going to go side by side in this restart. How about Michael Chilton? Can he go perfect here tonight and get his first career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series for the Central Kentucky Hot Shoe?
And there's a guy that you and I have watched for many, many years.
Yep,
from back in our Bob days. That's right.
His dad, Harold, late Harold Chilton, owned that car. Many, many years. Formerly out of Harrisburg, which he's from South Isa, which is neighborly. Ben, down to you.
I was going to tell you, Todd Turner always with the scoop. That team, Chilton's team, had a flat on the way up here today, and turning in the racetrack, a dump truck hit their trailer and dented it. So they had quite the day. Maybe he can end it on a high note.
Wow. He's already got $500+ for fast time. Trying to add $5K here tonight.
And his first ever win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Yellow lights out, James 2 down, 23 left to go, 25 lap race, and we're back underway and a good restart for Chilton.
Great shot there from the infield here at Florence Speedway. Chilton lead on a turn number 2. Bobby Pierce second up, and here comes Cosner on the outside, squeezes by. They try to go 3 wide, here comes Gus down on the bottom. Out at turn 4, Chilton still leads. Here Matt Cosner, 3 wide into 1, Dustin.
They stay 3 wide momentarily. Cosner going to move up to 3rd, and he may not be done yet. Here comes Gustin trying to bring him in. They go 3 wide again down the back straightaway, and they split Cosner. Hoffman on the outside, Gustin on the inside as those 2 drivers try to close in on the 32 of Bobby Pierce. Florence is racing tonight. James back up the front of the field. Bobby Pierce is close back in on your race leader, Michael Chilton.
All right, Bobby sets him up. He did the slider. Brother Chilton has led every lap so far here in this race. He'll lead down the main straightaway. Pierce second. Gustin, Hoffman, Costner, Garrett Smith, Tyler Erb, Alberson, Josh Rice, Robbie Hensley up to 10th. There you see the bountiful lead of Kentucky's Michael Chilton and the Illini driver Bobby Pierce.
And your third and fourth place cars are closing in on them as well. Ryan Gustin, who's never been to Florence Speedway before, turning in a solid run right now in the third spot. Here comes Pierce down to the inside, challenging Michael Chilton for the lead. Not enough on the bottom. Chilton with more momentum up top.
Chilton always runs good here at Florence. Again, he missed this race last year, and he hated to do that, but he was running the Ironman Series, and he won the title there. But right now, out in front, 7 in the books. He looks good, Dustin. Right now, the lead is 0.8 of a second. Here comes Pierce on the bottom at 32.
And every single car that started this race, James, is still on the track as Pierce not letting Chilton get out of the crosshairs. Those two drivers have just a ever so slight advantage over third place Ryan Gustin. Gustin has now shaken himself free of both Hoffman and Costner, and he on the very bottom of the racetrack, just like TC told him, is now closed in on the 32 of Bobby Pierce.
The Reaper on the bottom, the 19R multi-time. How many times has he won the USMTS modified? What, twice? I believe,
He's
right?
a two-time USMTS champ. Yes, he
Shout
is.
out to Todd Staley as they come out of turn 4. It's still Chilton showing the way. 10 laps down, 15 to go. Trying to upset the #1 ranked dirt late model driver of the nation out of turn 2.
Oh, Chilton got a little high that time down in turns 1 and 2, and that's going to allow Pierce to close in just a little bit. EP32 now going to drive down to the inside. Chilton throws caution to the wind up on the high side of the speedway. He stays out front. Pierce second, Gustin third, Hoffman fourth, Costner right now sits in fifth, and Josh Rice runs in position number 6.
Tell you, Ryan Gustin working that bottom. Talon Center, the crew chief on that car. The TriStar Promotions 19R slides up the track in front of Hoffman. Costner remains 5th. Josh Rice is 6th. Hensley the 7th. Erb, Hedgecock, Garrett Alberson 10th. Bountiful lead out of 2. Here comes Pierce on the bottom. Chilton has led every lap so far tonight until right now.
Pierce drives it up to Big Bone Lick State Park that time, and he's able to clear Chilton. You've got a new race leader. It's going to be the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Chilton going to try to drive back down under him down in turns 1 and 2. Doesn't have the momentum. Bobby Pierce out front. Chilton second. Gustin third. Hoffman fourth. They're all 4 right there together at Florence on a Thursday night.
And there's a black and orange number 11 on the move as well. Running in 6 behind Costner. If this thing stays green, no, it doesn't, as we have a Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution on the racetrack with 13 laps complete. And
must be debris on the speedway.
oh, man.
As we have got 13 scored, 12 to go. 12 laps remaining here in your A main. So debris down in turn number 3, right there underneath the scoreboard, as there's a track official to grab that debris. And there it is.
Yeah.
Yes, there was a piece of debris.
Yeah. All right, 13 in the books, 12 to go. Pierce has taken the lead in 32. Chilton will be second. Gustin, Hoffman, Costner. So Rice, the last lap, the fastest car on the track was the number 11 of Josh Rice.
Josh Rice in 6th, Tyler Erb 7th, Robbie Hensley is 8th, Corey Hedgecock 9th, Garrett Alberson rounds out the top 10, and I believe the debris came off that car, the 55 of Jesse Wisecarver. Wisecarver currently running in the 21st position. There is one more piece of debris still on the racetrack as well. There's the quarter panel damage on that Punisher chassis, the 55 of Jesse Wisecarver. So the field getting lined back up in the Delaware double file restart. Once again, 13 down, 12 to go. James, Pierce, Chilton, Gustin, Hoffman, and Costner.
Where is it at on the track? Tell them toward 3 there's debris. On the track.
So the field getting lined back up. And I believe they're going to wave it off, James. Still a piece of debris. I believe it's right. We saw it on the drone, right in the groove. Right in the groove over in turn number 3. Yep, there it is, right there. A piece of debris, the same piece, and that is right in the groove down in turn number 3. And there you see safety officials.
We got to do it all, don't we?
Johnny on the spot, that's right.
We got customer service. We're spotting out debris. We're doing it all here tonight at Florence. Yeah, that's a pretty big piece of debris there.
Yeah. Derek Bargy from Ag One from AP One.
He's on.
He's on it. He was there.
Ag Protect One.
That's right. That's right. All right, we've got it all now. We got it all. We got it all picked up. We're good to go.
12 to go. Pierce, Chilton, Gustin, Hoffman, Costner. Let's see on this Delaware. The 11 to the outside. Petey Halcomb says 1 lap to green.
He looks like the Statue of Liberty.
He does.
Up there on the flag stand.
He does.
That means we're going to go green flag racing next time by. You called it the 11 on the outside.
Shout out to Tyler running a good race as well, and that best performance number 1. 12 down, 12 to go, 13 in the books. Pierce out in front.
Green flag back out in the Racing for Heroes starting zone 1. Once again, Bobby Pierce leads. Here comes Gustin going for second, trying to take it away from Michael Chilton and trying to bring Matt Costner with him, and he'll do so. Gustin able to clear Michael Chilton for the second spot, and again, here comes Matt Costner.
Holy cow. Costner on the bottom of Chilton. Pierce leads Gustin second. What a battle for second on back. Here comes Hoffman, here comes Rice, here comes Turbo. Herb has gotten around Rice. Where did Chris Ferguson? He started in the back. He's running. Oh, hang on. Hoffman. Oh, man, through the middle. Josh Rice, what a move.
Wow, yes. And to answer your question, Fergie started 18th.
Yep.
He's worked his way up to position number 8. Bobby Pierce out front in this one by 1.5 seconds. Gustin second, Chilton third, Costner fourth, and now Josh Rice has worked his way up inside the top 5. This time by James, 9 laps to go.
Down the back straightaway, still Ryan Gustin, Chilton right there in the top 3. On the podium so far, Costner fourth. For Costner on Chilton, it would be their first podium finish ever in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
How about that? Bobby Pierce now stretched out to a 2.1 second advantage with 8 laps to go. He's out front by a mile in this one. But this race from about third on back is very, very entertaining. 7 laps to go. And Pierce is now stretched out, James, to a 2.3 second advantage. Look at the battle from third on back.
No doubt about it. Yeah, here
Costner.
comes Chilton.
Costner's
Rice.
got it.
Matt Costner working the bottom. Costner up to third in the 66C. Here comes Chilton, and here comes Rice, and here comes Corey Hedgecock.
Hedgecock had a good run here earlier in the year, made the North-South 100 1 year ago, and he is now knocking on the door of a top 5 as well. That's 4th, 5th, and 6th on your screen. Chilton in 4th in the white 97, and now in the BMF race car, Corey Hedgecock moves up to position number 5, trying to bring Fergie with him.
Right now, 5 laps to go. Bobby Pierce in control down the main straightaway. That's the battle there for 4th. Costner right now has the 3rd spot. Gustin second, and that is a great battle as Rice goes back to 5th on Hedgecock.
Good racing here tonight at Florence Speedway. Chilton in 4th, Rice in 5th. Rice now up to 4th. Here comes the 23 of Hedgecock. They fan out off the corner this time by 3 laps to go. Rice is up to 4th, and Gustin has cut a little bit into the lead of Bobby Pierce. It's down to 1.9.
Josh King, can we have this track for Saturday night? Man, here comes Rice. Go back. And 2 laps to go for Bobby Pierce. In control right now, 1.6 seconds ahead of Ryan Gustin. Costner third, Rice, Hedgecock, Chilton, Ferguson, Tyler, Owens, Hoffman is 10th.
This time by white flag in the air. Final time around for your race leader, Bobby Pierce. The smooth operator grabbed the lead from Michael Chilton. Gustin has cut it down to 1.3 seconds, but with the white flag being out. Oh, and the Gorsuch performance caution is out as Nick Hoffman has slowed to a stop at the top of turn number 4 in front of the leaders. And we will have
A one-lap shootout.
Oh, man.
It'll not be Delaware double file, but it'll be single file.
And, James, do you know who the fastest car was on the racetrack that last lap?
Talon Center turning the wrenches on that 19R.
That's exactly right. Ryan Gustin, your second-place car.
By 0.2 of a second.
Yes, he was the fastest car. We'll see what happens now as Nick Hoffman going to come to the attention of his crew down in the infield in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Ben, down to you.
Yeah, they look into the right front. Mason going to lean in, get a word with Hoffman, and we'll see if he's going to go back out or not. As they're looking on the right front of this race car down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. And guys, it was the right decision. He's going to shut off the power. It was the right decision to throw that Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution as he could not get off the wall out of 4. The leaders would have come back around and he'd been right in their ways, so good call by series officials.
And you know what? That's the first car out of the race, right? Everybody was still left out there except for Nick Hoffman.
It's because we're talking about points, man.
Yep.
We need points.
All right, so it'll be Pierce, Gustin, Cosner, Josh Rice, Hitchcock, and Ferguson.
Fergie from 18th to 6th in a 25-lap race.
See a Todd Steel Buildings hard charger possibly. How about Max Blair? Max Blair had to come out of a B main. He's 10th, Dustin.
And Jimmy Owens as well. Jimmy Owens started 19th. He's up to 8th.
Max started 22nd up to 10th.
That's awesome, man.
Well, Ryan Gustin, 1 lap to go. He'll line up behind Pierce. Then it'll be Cosner, again looking for his first podium finish ever in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Josh Rice, Corey Hedgecock, Chris Ferguson, Michael Chilton, Jimmy Owens, Tyler, Max Blair.
Fergie and Max Blair up 12 spots. Jimmy Owens up 11. Adam Stricker up 8 in 24 laps. Impressive, my friend.
And
Very
a hard
impressive.
charger goes to the car that finishes ahead of the other one, right?
That is correct.
They equal the same amount of cars passed.
Here we go.
Bobby Pierce.
1 lap dash to the finish.
Here we
what
go.
could possibly go wrong?
Racing for his restart zone.
Pierce got a great restart, James. He's able to stretch out immediately by a few car lengths over Gustin. Look at Rice on the outside. Rice trying to throw caution to the wind for a podium finish. As they come around turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checker flag in the air. It's going to be Bobby Pierce getting the win. Ryan Gustin second, and Josh Rice will finish third. Matt Cosner fourth. Corey Hedgecock finishes fifth, and it's Chris Ferguson sixth. Tyler Erb seventh. Jimmy Owens eighth. Michael Chilton ninth. And Max Blair will round out the top 10 in an entertaining first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature here this evening. Fergie gaining 12 spots from 18th to 6th. Max Blair gaining 12 spots from 22nd to 10th. And Jimmy Owens gaining 11 spots from 19th to 8th. Gotta love it, James.
Now, a couple of things here to do. We'll go to the scales for the minimum weight. Again, there's a pound per lap burn off in the feature, only 25 pounds allowed. And then we'll check the droop. With Michael Chilton, look like he might have it going here. Led the first 12 laps. Pierce takes it over on lap 13. And he continues his hot streak here tonight, looking for his second North-South 100 win here Saturday night.
Picked up the win in 2016 in this event. Second, a little earlier this year with our Castrol Flow Racing Night in America series. Well, there's the driver out of Oakwood, Illinois. You mentioned he comes into the event leading the World of Outlaw Series point standings. And it has been quite the summer for the smooth operator Bobby Pierce. As he's made weight, they will check the droop on the car to make it official for his 16th overall win of 2023.
And DJ, if you remember at the Castrol race here, he was leading, got over the cushion, and Ricky Thornton Jr. got by him to get the win, and maybe a little bit of redemption tonight. That team's got it rolling right now. Third Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win of the year, as long as he clears tech. That'd be his 15th career. And it's been a big year so far for Bobby Pierce, trying to become the 10th driver to win the Sunoco Race Fuels North-South 100 2 times. We talked about Jack Boggs and Jimmy Owens, the only 2 guys to do it 3 times. As we wait down here, Lucas Oil Victory Lane, waiting on your top 3.
So looks like Pierce has passed, James. Is they're gonna put the cover over the back of the race car, the driver of the Hooker Trucking Rio Grande Waste Services.
Let's go.
That's right. Yep, Cajun Pool sponsor number 32. He got the thumbs up. We just got the thumbs up here, and Ben, it's official. The smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, has won the first feature here tonight at Florence Speedway.
$5,000 richer as he brings the Rio Grande Waste Services Longhorn race car, Vic Hill Power under the hood, and again his 3rd series win of the year, 15th of his career, 21st win overall in the year. It's been a big year so far for Bobby Pierce and the smooth operator, that Hoker Trucking number 32. Of course, another feature coming up after this one. We'll close the night out after that with a 1,000-win mod feature, but right now waiting on Bobby Pierce down here atop the Big River Steel podium and feature number 1 tonight and Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane at Florence Speedway. It's turned into a beautiful night out here, by the way, as Pierce will put on the Sunoco Race Fuels hat. We'll wait on him to climb out of the race car. $5,000 richer, the winner of feature number 1. The opening night of the 41st annual running of this event. And looks like everything is just about in place. Number 32 to make out. Race fans, let him hear it. Bobby Pierce, the winner of feature number 1. On top of the race car, confetti flies. He'll hop down, and he just keeps winning and winning. Well, Bobby, last time you were here, you were leading. The cushion bit you late. Did you have any concerns when the caution came out with 1 to go and you knew Gustin was back there?
Not too much, but I didn't know how good he was. You know, I know he started, I believe, 6th, so he had to come through the field a little bit there. But, yeah, you know, the track got very smooth, and I had a really consistent line there that I liked. And with it just being a green and white together, just 1 lap left, not as nerve-wracking as green, white, checkered. So, you know, just 1 lap, I had to hit my marks. And, you know, Chilton gave me a run for my money there early in the race. He drove a heck of a race there early, and I eventually got that bottom to stick, and the car was really good. So the start of the race was a little questionable there. I thought he went a little early, but we got back around in him and got the job done. I can't thank all these great fans enough. This is going to be an awesome weekend, north-south. I really, really want another one pretty badly. So this is a great start to the weekend. We'll see what happens.
You've had some big years in your career. You've won some big races. But right now, these national level events, this car's right up front in every one of them right now. Do you almost have to pinch yourself? Am I dreaming right now that the way this team's performing?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I said that to them after Cedar Lake and then after Gondik Law, winning that race too, how slick that track was. You know, we beat Chris Madden. He's like the king of the slick racetracks a lot of times. So just how awesome this car has been. You know, I can't thank all my guys enough for all their hard work, and Longhorn and Bill Steen and Vic Hill Engines. Like I said every time, all these fast components on the race car make it fast, and I'm pretty lucky to be able to drive it. And we just we got things clicking right now. We've got some luck on our side too, so hopefully all that stays going. And you know, we're riding a wave. I just keep telling everyone, we're riding this wave, or see how long it rides, and we're just hang 10, baby.
You got a lot of great marketing partners on here. Who do you want to thank?
Of course, I got to thank Rio Grande Waste Services, Carnegie Towing. He's here helping out. Cajun Pools and Spas, they're here. I got to meet Brandon. Hoker Trucking, Massive Valley Transportation, Ted Brown, Jeff Lika, A+ Vacuum, Bloomington Normal Truck Performance, VP Racing Fuels, Pure Max Racing Oils, Swift Springs, Fast Shafts, Wildwood Brakes. I saw Spike here today. Bert by Buddha, or Buddha by Bert, or whatever, vice versa. Everybody here, thank you too.
Race fans, how about it? Bobby Pierce picks up $5,000 in feature number 1 atop the Big River Steel podium as we head down to get a word with your 2nd place finisher. First time ever here out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the Reaper, Ryan Gustin, and he was hard charging. And he comes home in position number 2. Ryan, you got the restart with 1 to go, but man, Bobby got the whole shot. Do you wish you had that restart back?
Not really. He took off a little earlier than I was anticipating, and I wasn't quite at the right angle there, and I shoved and had to check up. But I felt like we were pretty good there. I mean, those guys, you go up there and beat the deck out of it, and we'll be there on the bottom at the end of 100, hopefully.
You've never been here before. What's your biggest takeaway after night 1?
I've watched a lot of video, and it looks like you can race either way up top or way in the bottom, and I think we're pretty good right now on the bottom, which if you're in the bottom, as long as you're willing to knock the deck out of it, you can usually go up top too.
Race fans, Ryan Gustin, the Marshalltown, Iowa driver, comes home in position number 2. And rounding out your podium, last lap, last charge into 3rd. How about it for Josh Rice, the driver of car 11? Josh, you're home, man. You're home. You get the restart there with 1 to go, and you were letting it whip. And when you see Cosner go to the bottom, what goes through your mind?
I was a little bit harder on tires than everybody else was, so it kind of took me forever to get going. I think I was back in like 10th at one point. Yeah, I knew Cosner was probably going to go back to the bottom. He's been good all night. So I just ripped the top there, and luckily my tire fired, and we got by him. I got to say congrats to Bobby and Gustin there on first and second. I feel like that's the most sliders I've ever thrown at this place for 25 laps. It was a hell of a race between me and Corey and Tyler, and there was a bunch of us slicing and dicing everywhere there. But just got to thank all my sponsors that got me this far. We're gonna have to get the car a lot better. That was everything I had there. I didn't feel like I had a very good handling car, and just want to thank everybody that stopped by and seen Mom and Adrian today at the T-shirt trailer. It means a whole lot, and couldn't do it without that backing for the race car. And like I said, I just can't thank all my guys, Sean and James, Tony, Noah, Blake, Cole, Dad, all my sponsors. We're gonna have to get a little bit better.